Oh,
Wow.
No, fuck you.
Well, I
I
guess
mean,
we're in a
I
stun
can.
lock then. No. We're in a stun lock then.
I mean, I
No.
can.
Listen, I'm listening to music to make myself cry right now. I don't need to. I don't.
This is perfect. You're in the motion. You're in the mindset. Do it.
No.
Use it.
I don't
Make sure
remember all of what happened last session.
All right, make sure you do the
I
entire
remember
recap as
that
Mavis
bit.
crying.
Okay.
Please, yes.
Why do you count yourself?
Sebi could do it. Sebi said they'd do it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Fuck! Alright. So last time, we had just made it back to town, cleared the job. Leo was told not to ship them in public areas. What can you do? As it might cause some problems. Then after we got paid for the job, we essentially split off. After we were all registered. Sing and Josie went to museum. Mavis, it insert crafting. Leo went. Leo went to look around like all the available jobs and the basically like the guild center to talk with people. It was such a great time. Anyway, so back to with singing Josie. I don't have the perfect memory of what happened, but when they were in the museum, oh god, I really blanked out. I'm sorry. Josie was eventually found out something. Specifically a symbol that on smithing that Mavis uses, and what and she was a little perplexed because Mavis, she was pretty sure Mavis didn't make that, so she went to check in with Leo about like, hey, what's this all about at the guild, and it was like, oh yeah, that style of symbol is being used here as well. And Josie took exception to that. Was eventually told the guy's name by Leo. That then went to talk with Mavis about it. When Mavis was told, they did not want to talk about it to Josie and refused to elaborate. This upset Josie, much more so that Mavis was immediately tried to run away from this as well instead of just talking with them, because they were that scared. Yeah, and we ended such off with Josie leaving to Blossom Steam, with Sing following after them. Leo back at the bar, seeing something has gone on, and Mavis in their room being trying to be comforted by Myra, but with no avail. I'm pretty sure I'm so sorry I blanked out some bits.
Sorry, my mind blanked out in the middle of your thing. Did you mention specifically the conversation at the museum?
No, I did not.
Well, I can recap that if you want.
Thank you.
Specifically, during the day before the confrontation, Josie and Singh went to the museum again. Mainly because Singh wanted to talk to the curator again, and Josie tagged along. And he did. Some talk back and forth, but he agreed if, you guys get good enough, he will allow you to take on the job and share more information on the job he gave a mysterious individual. Furthermore, he asked the duo about a specific painting and the feelings it elicits in them. That painting of such was a chaotic painting of various blues. But yeah. Since Han is muted, and this is probably the best place to begin, I think we shall begin with Josie, with Singh, I believe, following behind her. Let me put you on the city map.
Well, Seth, I'm following you.
Okay, well, from what I was told, what time is it? Because if I remember correctly, it wasn't quite
It's not night yet.
dark enough. Yeah.
I think
Wasn't
the
dark
sun
enough
is
yet.
like beginning to set. So it's not dark, but it is dusk.
And Josie, just like last we left off, Josie, when Singh asked her like where she's going, it's like that she's going out for a swim, but she needs to wait till it's dark. And he asked if he could accompany her. So she just said sure.
Singh
But-
will suggest, since we're waiting for it to get dark, I suggest.
Oh
we-
no, she's marching. She's like you see that she's fuming.
Yep.
Like
he's
yeah.
falling behind. He has pretty fast feet. You're slow. He'll say, I suggest we have something to eat before you go and do that. It's a waste of time.
Ooh, she's just, there's a lot of just not able to fully like process, and like you saying that, like there's anger unduly like pointed in your direction just with looks, but it you can tell that she's not
Yeah,
she's trying not to.
Singh does not take any offense to it. Something happened, and he's like, well, I expected this.
It's like she's not saying anything, but there's a lot of like
Yeah.
And there's probably a moment where she's like has to take a back alley, like as enclosed as she can, and goodness,
When we go through a back alley, and if there's no one around, Singh will just flat out ask, so, what happens?
she does not throw up in anger in the restraints to keep from like yeah.
So what happened? Singh will go into his bag, and can I roll just a medicine check to see if, like, with the herbs inside of my pack, my medicine case, can I make like something to soothe the stomach?
Yeah. Make me a medicine check.
Alright. Well,
It's not like it's not very strong, but it's good
it's
enough.
super fast. You know, like bootleg Tums. He'll give you some of that. Here, use your stomach.
Just like gently reaching out her hand, like her monstrous arm shaking towards you to grab it. It's just
He'll actually, instead of you doing yourself such a shaking, he'll help prop you up by putting your arm around his shoulder, and using his normal arm, he'll feed it to you.
yeah, yeah. She's fine with that.
Here,
Tastes like dirt.
unfortunately, I have to make it on the fly. Maybe next time I'll make something flavored so it doesn't taste super bad, like honey or something. So, what happened? If you don't mind me
Saying
asking.
I I don't know if I could explain everything that went into why I'm mad right
You don't
now.
have to explain anything. But I've also realized that keeping things bottled up inside only makes things worse. So instead of explaining, just speak. It doesn't have to mean anything to me. In an alleyway, I assume we're in an alleyway. I assume there's like a trash can. Maybe I'll sit on the trash can lid, or maybe like a box, or something. I'll just sit and
I'll
wait.
just try to put her back against the back of a wall, and her tail gets in the way, and just pissed off, she just swings the tail and hits like something on the floor. Just that is,
Like cans or something.
Keep it down back there.
you.
We'll be leaving soon, sir. Don't mind us.
This stupid tail. Just God, everything has changed so much. And I get it. I understand as I was not I was shit years ago. I was awful. I get it. I did. I did what I had to. As you can tell that her accent is changing
Mm,
into what we would know as a bit of probably like uh it's weird. It's like a little bit of Caribbean, and a little bit of probably an Elven and like an Elven accent. I will be denoting any of that with French. Thumbs
fair
up.
enough. Fair enough.
Um, I she's just like almost shaking, but but like you with whatever you gave her, she's calming down enough that she's not getting dizzy.
Mhm.
So she's just like almost like closing her eyes. Like it's as if a drunk person. She's just like trying to focus on a single point to not like get too dizzy. I was I was I was not a good person back when I left, and I had my reasons for this. But I knew that I was hoping that in trying to come back like nothing changed, maybe this would help ease things. It didn't. I understand. I get it. I it's it's something I understood. I I was I was I was trying to just let it go, just let myself just ease in back into things, and hopefully by being myself she'd be okay. I gave I've been quiet, all right? Something you should know about me is that I'm loud. I'm loud and boisterous, and I go and I romp with the boys, and I go and talk with everyone always. 'Cause that's where I come from. That's what you do. You get people comfortable. You get them talking. They drink more. You hear more. And they feel more at home. They feel comfortable. You make them feel. You give them a good time, even if you're not, like sleeping with anyone. It's a brothel, the way it should be. That's that's where I grew up. That's how I know. That's so. I just, you know, I, you know, I go and I party with everyone. I talk. I've been quiet because I've been thinking, but oftentimes, like I told you earlier today, I find myself I been thinking a lot about what's going on, and when I'm with a lot of people, when I'm with new people, I'm like I said, I'm loud, I'm boisterous, but when things calm, I I um I get quiet because I don't need to be that person anymore. People just they know that I'll open my mouth when I want to say something, and I'll stay quiet when I don't. That's just how I am. That's always been how I am. I'm comfortable with you when I can sit in the room with you, be quiet, and don't feel the need to talk, and just be there and be perfectly content. Yet I'm not shy. I'm not keeping anything from you. I speak when I want to speak, and we just talk. And when we don't, we're quiet. And now, see, that's how Mavis and I was. All right. She was always a quiet girl. All right. Very meek. But she wasn't this scared little scamp, this basically just it's as if there's a duppy around every corner, right? She see nothing but ghost everywhere. Right? There's a there's the fucking animals she jumps at every time that something they it's as if they spook her just by making a noise. All right. I see her when she look at Leo, and she just always keeps an eye on him. Every time he night comes, she keeps an eye on him, or she mills around and does her thing. All right. She keeps her to herself. All right. You're probably the only one that she's somewhat cool with. All right. And she got that way because of your arm, and you played with her sense of discovery. I saw that little thing that she was playing with. All right. Real cool looking. But you see that right there, that got you to come together, to have something in common for a moment. That made her real happy. I saw that. We all saw that day, when she was dancing with her papa. That was real cute. That was great. But she used to be a meek girl, but she still had her own pride to her own like sense of self. She a fucking shell of who she used to be. Broken. And she doesn't even she can't even acknowledge. The other day, she crying and angry at me, but happy. I could tell it. I saw it. I felt it. I knew her. I gave her a gift, something I had made when I was out there on my adventures. Because I stole a few feathers from her purple. He's like a almost like an uncle or big brother to us. Watched over us when we were younger. He was much bigger. Watched over us when we were younger. Now I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to her. And all I know is that some fucking bastard, she bashes her fist into the wall, the monstrous arm. And, um, oh boy. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
She, someone took advantage of her. She just like wrenches her hand off the wall. And I don't know who it really is. I have a name. I have a company now. Apparently, they've been using her old mark. They've been impersonating her, using her work, using her gear, whatever her basically just impersonating her mark for what I can only imagine is years since the shit found its way all the way over here. When I was with Cat Tongue and the boys, is back in Dutch. I got a I got a gun that I used and I had that was that I thought would gave me a connection to my friend. It turns out that was his shit, whoever he is. I don't know what he looks like, but I swear on the spirits of the sea, and all who hear, I'm gonna kill him. I don't know if I'm gonna shoot him or if I'm gonna just hit him until he dies. And I think once he's dead, maybe then I'll call oh, I'll call what spirits that listen to me. I'll have them tear him apart. Turn him to nothing, erase him. I want the sharks to eat his body and the devil take his soul. I'm, he hurt my best friend to the point where he shattered her. And now, just showing her, confronting her, asking her what happened. She tried to run from me. What the ass is this? What's this supposed? From me? I've known this girl longer than I've known anyone, say my mother. And even then, 6 years, I haven't been around my mother or her. The day before I left, I went and told my mother what I was going, why I was going to do it. She's the one I went to when I needed to get this, as she pulls the necklace that she wears, this made. Mavis and I wear these. This has a stone, glows from the beaches where we grew up, specifically a lagoon that used to be our own little hideout. They glow at night in the dark.
Hmm.
And now she runs from me? I can't. I can't, because if I get mad at her, then it doesn't solve anything. And I can't get mad at him because there's nowhere I can put that anger. And I
Not
can't get
yet.
mad at anyone else.
Well, you can't get mad at him yet. You do realize we're gonna find him, yeah?
Me. I can't. I just past 6 months. I've After what happened to me in that storm, I've changed. I got stronger, way stronger. Mhm. I She tries her best to just calm down, and this time actually puts her back against the wall, minding her tail. I actually know that you've only known me like this, but I used to look different. I mm, it I used to just be a normal girl to a degree. I I um I've I always took to water like a fish, but it wasn't ever like this. It was it was far more metaphorical back then. Um it's I was always able to hold my breath longer. I was always better at swimming than pretty much everyone else. But when I left the island, small changes started happening. I started to um I started to change little by little, little things here and there. And I started to look different, but I was still me for the most part. But it wasn't until our captain left that things started to change. And I I still stuck with my old crew, but the man who became captain shouldn't have been. And he wasn't ready. But I stayed as his first mate, just as he was Cat Tongue's first mate. I had been trained to be first mate, so I knew what I was doing. I was a navigator, and but I was better as a navigator, but I knew the job. That's what I did. But he wasn't ready. He didn't have the same authority, same ability. So we started having to change tactics, and it just it didn't work out. And one night while drunk, I he said some things that I couldn't stand for. And so I left. I knew that they wouldn't be dead from this. But I cut their sails, left them stranded there, took a lifeboat and went. I was gonna make it to the nearest part of land I could. I was They'd be without their navigator, but they had enough know-how, and they could always repair the sails. It would slow them down a few days. Maybe they would go a few days hungry. They wouldn't die. And even if they did, most of them were, let's just say, they spilt enough blood that if they did die, the sea would just be taken back its due. But I hit a storm, and it was just it was just uh, it was just a lifeboat. As good as I am, as good as I was, I I wasn't able to handle that, and so I went under and saw something like I told you earlier, and that what I saw down there, it saved me. When I awoke on shore, whatever changes were slowly happening were all done. They had all finished. My skin had been slowly changing, little things here and there, but my hair fully changed. It was always somewhat white, but it wasn't this bone white. My skin was rough. If you noticed, it's only smooth in one direction, just like
A shark, yes.
I had I had the tail and my arm.
Hmm.
I wasn't ever that strong, I was tough for a lady, but I'm sure you've seen tougher. But then I had basically I was basically just as strong as some of the strongest men I've seen, if not a little bit more in some cases. But I was never really used to this arm, and I didn't want to use it. So I I hid it. But after what happened with the slavers, fuck it, What's the point in hiding it? What's the point in being ashamed of this damn thing? And if I was given it, to stay alive, and I never use it. So now, if anybody has a problem with the arm, they can say what they want, they can come after me themselves. I don't really keep it hidden most times these days. Someday I might need to, but I don't do it now. I can't keep fighting. And the past 6 years weren't exactly kind to me, but apparently they fucking destroyed her. And now she doesn't know if I'm the same person I was, and that's just it. I'm not. But I'm still me. I'm just older. And I know a little bit more about the world.
Well, you both have been away from each other for a while. That was evident on your first meeting. And it's clear why she didn't even recognize you until she saw the pendant from your explanation. All this really means she is still your best friend, yes?
Just looks over to you. I hope so.
Well, then, it's keeping a friendship isn't always the easiest thing to do. It happens. Friendships decay many times over. Partnerships fail. It takes work to keep a friendship alive. And it's not just up to you to keep the work, to do the work. Understand that. You can put in as much effort as you need to show that you want to be your friend still. But she has to also give trust to you that it's okay. I know she will. Sometimes when something bad happens to a person, their first response is to clam up and hide.
See, I could deal with that. I could deal with the fact that she would want to hide from whatever it was, or she'd want to just not talk about it. I'd be mad. But she tried to run from me. She tried to run from the person who's known her since she was 7.
You yourself have stated, Josie, that you've changed. You're a different person from you were back then. Both of you are. Some for better and definitely for worse. You do get that, yes? From all your explanation, you're talking, you understand that you're a different person than you were from when you first left, yes? You both need to accustom yourself to this new situation again. It's not that she doesn't know who you are, Josie. It's everything's different. Whatever happened to her, it might have been horrible and traumatizing enough that it doesn't matter about her past friendships. And you, as her friend, it's up to you to make sure that doesn't matter now. You can be as mad at her as you want, but you're still her friend. I can understand if Leo saw me and was mad, or scared of me, or he was scared after I told him something, or he told me something, or I found out something about his past, and he was scared. I don't know how I would react either. But I can say for a fact that I wouldn't just give up or let what happened slide. And I wouldn't pry into his life either. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do. But I know for a fact I wouldn't just run away and hide from the person who tried to run away from me.
Didn't. That's not.
Josie, you're mad. You had to leave so that your mind could clear itself.
I need the water. I need the ocean. I don't know why,
That's because you're
but
trying to hide.
no. I, I need. I don't know why, but the ocean always seems to calm me, as if a
The
hug.
thing the thing that turned you into this is comforting you.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know why. Fuck, I'm not even gonna ask you to roll persuasion. No, fuck no.
Hmm?
I was about to ask you, say, could you roll persuasion? Like, no, fuck no, with what you've said so far. No, I'm just gonna give it this to you.
Alright.
Recently I had a dream. More like a memory.
Sure, you might want to depth for this. Alright.
It was the night my mother, she she picked me up at the beach. I never knew how she got me. I just know that she's an elf and I am not. So it's kind of obvious that she's adopted. Plus, even before now, we were different skin tone. I just assumed. But I never knew how. Never a story that I got. But I got a memory. I think it has to be a memory of the night it happened when she picked me up. And I just remember looking up at her, and I that's kind of where it ends.
I'm not a dream analyst. I'm not as in tune with that type of thing to claim I know what that means. Oh, hold on, I'm turning on my TV.
Okay.
Right, I'm back. I won't claim to know anything about such things, but I do think that it was a premonition or a sign of something greater.
I think I came
But
from the sea. That's why I feel comfortable there.
feel calmer, yeah? Do you feel calmer now?
Just, yes.
You'll
And I
stand
don't
up
want
now.
to go I don't
Yeah.
want to go back there. I need the ocean.
I never said we're going back there. I'm still following you. He goes up to you and gives you his hand to lift you up.
She takes it to pull herself off the wall.
I'm still
Looks
following
at the
him.
just looks at the dent in the wall that she's made.
No one can track us to that, so you're fine.
Looks back to her hand, like just looks to what you just said.
Pulls out his sword and cuts into the wall vertically multiple times. Now you're untrackable. You're fine.
Sure. Just walk to a spot where she's been like going to the water on
As-
the nights that she's went to the ocean.
Just as you guys leave, you just hear someone like, "That's it! What's that noise? I wall!"
Oh well.
Who slashes at a wall? He's sword marking.
What type of 5-armed creature or 5-armed weapon did this? What is this? I gotta put in a report.
Was a scaly beast with 5 claws the size of swords.
I gotta put in a report. There's a monster in the city.
When I get to 7th level, funny enough, that is actually going to be a thing.
But yeah, no, I'll follow you. Now you're calm, saying he's probably still gonna follow you, so you don't do anything stupid. But yeah.
Yeah. She's just going to keep a low profile and basically take you to where she's been sneaking off to the into the ocean, waiting for it to get dark enough that she can slip in without being noticed.
Mm-hmm. Single just chill there and begin to finish writing schematics on his things while I mean I think we're done. But yeah. Interesting.
The moment Groot needs to step away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Josie. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, buddy. Hey, pal. Yeah. Oh,
This is
yeah,
going to be
no.
interesting talk.
Sing is not a lot of
Mhm.
things, but he is a good listener.
You and Josie have made a bit of progress in terms of connection. So there's like, she's willing to speak with you. This was Leo. This wouldn't have worked.
I mean, you're right, but
If it was Moon, maybe.
it's like son, emotional talks. He's someone that
Feel
lives
better,
in
buddy.
he's someone that lives in optimism. Not really for
The heavy emotional spectrum of this sad,
yeah,
it could be happy.
that's Moon. The Moon.
Moon has a more diverse, from what I've seen, understanding of the emotional spectrum and comprehension of such emotional spectrum.
Yeah,
he leans to more pessimism, obviously, but
but Moon but the downside of Moon is that normal social skills take a dip. Yeah. But yeah, no, I love that scene, Daz. You did awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at me. That seemed like something that's
You don't have to. It's just where I make most of my money.
yeah. I don't get paid from my actual job. The tips is where I usually get anyway.
Uh,
Fucking hate tipping culture.
And
Good. I really
The self-checkout at Walmart earlier, or Costco earlier, and it asked for a tip. And I was like,
for what machine? What did
what? Thank you, but I'll tip myself.
There's tipping at Walmart? That doesn't really make sense to me.
no,
always.
No, Costco is what I said.
Costco. And
tipping at a supermarket or a big.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't make
stupid.
sense. Costco
Yeah.
makes even less sense. Walmart is going down shit, so I can understand that. But Costco makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, it's a big box store. It's a supermarket,
You buy
effectively. It
in
makes no sense.
Yeah,
extreme
no,
bulk.
I was joking. In case that wasn't clear.
Oh,
Oh,
No, I didn't actually tell me to tip at Costco.
I swear
Like
to God,
at the
sir, I
self
don't know
checkout
you're
in
joking.
Costco.
I did not. No.
I heard the reactions and I was like, I should probably clarify I wasn't being serious. No.
Yeah.
But there's been some ridiculous. I wouldn't be surprised hearing that from somewhere.
I mean, Walmart fucking cracked down with their security.
I mean, they should.
Yeah.
They needed to. And in all honesty, anybody who blames them, I'm kind of like,
Nah,
motherfucker.
You're the people
nah,
they're protecting against.
bite the hand that feeds you and all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I really like that scene. That was a really good scene. I can't really go into it because Joe, that was the point of him being different. But I really like that scene.
Yeah,
Also-
there are.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Ah, Hellbound, I see. I see.
I see.
Gotcha.
I was just gonna say, like, I deafened for the bits that I was like, I don't think I should be hearing this. But from what I did hear, great job, you two.
I didn't do most of the talking. It was Zebby. I was just being an emotional.
It was a
supporting rock.
2-person scene, though, so good job.
100%.
The French accent I tripped on.
Yeah,
You did
The Caribbean one.
I will say you did.
yeah,
good.
I heard.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. I didn't have to do it, so I had to say, well, you see. And I'd be like, well, no. Or correct you in any sort of way. Also, before you guys go back to it, Cartoon Network website is down anyway, or it's going down.
I'm sad.
Why would you remind me of this?
No, because we're no longer kids. We're no longer kids.
You could have it all. My empire. Sorry.
Anyway, speaking about no longer being kids, hi Mavis. Hi Leo.
Hey, is the moon out yet? Just want to be sure.
I mean, you don't see it.
God, I wish.
Also, it's probably like dusk, so same time
Alright,
as it's still sun.
Alright, so I'm still sun. Alright. Sun takes a sip of his drink. Alright. Stands up. Like he has a very it looks like he's thinking about how he should go about this. Makes his way to like the outside of like the door, sees Myra there. Like doesn't really say anything, just more like looks at Myra's expression.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, like fuck. I'm bad at that. It's what I would have said if I wasn't amazing.
Fuck.
I mean, you said it. I mean, you did say it, so.
Myra has very much a face of a lot of concern, but also kind of just like scared. But as soon as she sees you, you just see like her face kind of wash up in relief, like, oh, thank God you're here to help. No, oh, thanks, spirits, you're here to help.
Yeah, just like he'll place a hand on his shoulder to like to basically give the feel of let me. The Leo will Sun will look to his left, to his right, think to himself, I think this is more your expertise. And I will expend a shift. As a minute goes by, as his eyes and the tail disappears as he almost looks a little like surprised at like himself and gives a sigh. He'll knock on the door. Mavis, I heard a commotion. I see.
Need to
You
roll
don't.
an ability.
Alright.
I need
Alright.
to.
Bye.
Okay. Alright. What you hear from the other side is just a very you have enhanced senses, don't you?
Yes. I also have perception.
Okay. Yeah. What you hear from inside is you hear heaving. Like kind of like the sounds you hear when someone's like face over a toilet trying to throw up or trying not to throw up.
He'll say in a much more like a bit louder. It's like, is everything all right in there? Are you feeling well? I have a bit of magic that could help in that instance. All right, so that's a lie.
You don't have to roll.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
has
yeah, yeah,
negative
yeah.
2 charisma.
Yeah.
Nope.
I know. He'll say, pretending something's not all right, or it's not there, doesn't fix the issue.
You son of a bitch. You get an image in your mind of a broken sword with the symbol that Sun saw earlier, and the fabric that you'd seen Mavis working on over a wet stain on the floor. And Mavis in this image that you see is sitting on the bed, and she looks like she is waiting.
Mavis. I know you must be going through something as of right now, but I know you don't want to talk about it. That is your choice and your decision. As your captain, I will respect your personal boundaries, but as your friend, I hope you open up with me so we can work through this. But if that's not the case, then that's not the case. But remember this: no one person should share all the burden alone.
You have an emotion directly beamed into your brain. A feeling of approval. The reason I had to check is because I didn't know if Hopepo had to be able to see the individual. But no, it is just within 100 feet. You hear... You hear a voice that you think if you were in the room, you'd probably be able to hear, but it's with the combination of the, like, crying.
I got my ear pressed up against the door, you know.
Yeah, it's still muffled, but it's...
Yeah. I get that.
I can say the feeling you get from it. It's a gentle refusal, essentially. But one that feels a bit stronger than the voice you initially heard when she said she was fine.
He'll give Moon will say, I understand. But sorry, I'm trying to come up with the next thing.
You're good.
Yeah. A bit later, world go to discuss the job. Your attendance is not required, but would be preferred, as your expertise is always a vital asset to this team. Till then. Oh.
You don't hear anything back, but you get a feeling from Hopepo. You know he does this, of gratitude.
As Moon will walk, look to Myra, give a nod, like exit the like exit like the bar. Look up the sky. See visually there's the moon's not out yet. Great. Now I'm out here. But how did he? Whatever. as he comes back inside, orders some food. Uh, and yeah, that's Moon.
Mm.
He's just waiting for everyone to show back up again. As he's drinking some water with a sandwich. Go away. Just looks at the bar. Just looks at the bartender. Just like who's like who probably looked at him in a certain way. It's like I want to be talked to right now. I'm fine. He's like bites down his sandwich like a bit more force. Yeah, that's here.
Nope. Absolutely nothing.
Crying is something.
Well, that's a passive. Hapuepo. Actually, there is something Hapuepo's doing. Hapuepo is. Sorry.
I was doing a dumb thing, and it's like, remember, crying is a free action.
It's true. Hapuepo is gonna get like a. You guys at one point see Hapuepo come out and go to the barkeep. And if the barkeep is receptive, he will get a towel and then go back to the room. And Hapuepo is gonna try to clean up the vomit that was on the floor.
Ew, you vomited. Not 20, do it. Get like 20 towels.
Now would be the time, right? 11.
They do a decent job.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
Gonna have to wash off that fabric before I use it for anything. Not she waits.
I know Daz is away, but you're taking a swim, right?
I got back.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna take my swim, but I'm just gonna let Sing know. It's like you won't like once it's dark enough that I can, because I know how deep the water is like around from what you said before, so I'm fairly certain I can go. If I go deep enough, they won't be able to see me. Like at most they'll see a shadow in the water.
Yeah, Sing will just say, "All right, give me your clothes and come back here. Meet me here."
She stripped like you've seen Josie. She always basically keeps the top button of her pants like undone. Her shoes relatively loose enough. So she just like takes those off in front of you. You can tell that she's gotten used to at least this part when it comes to her tail and stuff, that like in the transformation. So she just takes those off in front of you. Is no no problem. Before she's just like, never doing this in front of people is still a little weird. As she leaps into the water, and you then see her transform, and this is like the first time that you've got a close-up of it, that you've actually been able to see the full transformation with nothing going on. It's weird. Her tail and her legs basically morph, and she gets more mass and longer. She's also far stronger swimmer than, like a human would be.
Yeah, seeing things like that. Yeah, you've just become a shark. Which makes sense.
Give you an idea, she is usually 5'11", fairly tall for like a human female. In the water, she becomes 8'11", counting like her new, like her tail now, because usually her tail is big, but like with it melding with her legs, she becomes 8'11", and usually I'm just gonna give you this. Usually she's like relatively light, but still like, heavy due to muscle, because she's fairly fit. But so she's like usually 160, around there. Like probably no problem for a guy like you. To being like 190, like she's pushing 200. She'd be 200 sopping wet,
All right.
So it's like she gets bigger in this one.
Big.
Like she's almost a large creature.
The single axe, how long do you think you'll be in there? Then ask if you should just wait here or not.
She thinks about it, and she's like, how far out I want to go so they don't see me. Maybe an hour and 20. I can spend about 20-30 minutes out there.
Right.
Mind you, she doesn't give you how far out she's going, but if you for her, you will eventually see her. Yeah, because she gains a speed boost. She's very fast in the water.
She trusts you enough to be like, all right, that long? Okay. I'll be getting food then.
Nods.
You put your clothes inside of his medicine chest that he's always carrying around with him.
Okay. She'll head out.
So, just, GM here. What's your swim path?
My swim path?
Yeah.
Immediately diving.
Feel free to just highlight it on the map.
Well, given how she's taken her usual path, using the deepest parts of this canal, let me just get the drawing tool. Considering it's considering like, assuming that we were like around here to start, she's going to take the deepest parts of the canal and swim at top speed underneath the canal, basically all the way out until she reaches around there, before she, it's like, at least rather you can let me know about how far would I feel like it would be hard for them to spot me as like a singular figure in the water. If I like came up, swept my hair back, and like was able to watch the sunset or the moon rise, on horizon.
You do know that these are watchtowers, so you think you would have to go pretty good far out, because even though it's dark, you don't know how good they can see.
They have like spotlights lighting up the water?
Yes.
Okay, so I will avoid the spotlights and basically like keep myself always at a point where they're like, I'll get to the point where it's like their spotlights are not to the point where their spotlights can't reach me, but I will avoid their usual like path.
Mind just giving me a stealth roll?
No problem. But yeah, basically the only way like I'm looking to be like I'm not in the usual path of the spotlights, but I'm not out of their range. If they did see me, they would 100% be able to like point it.
Yeah.
8.
That's the roll?
Got nothing. I got nothing for it.
Okay. As you do kind of swim out and you kind of raise, you get out into like the more like actual ocean past the canal. You kind of rise to the surface and, like you said, start like watching, and you are good for the most part, but towards the end, you kind of notice that both lights are kind of heading your way.
Hmm.
Like broken from
No,
the usual pattern.
okay. Would you say I'm gonna kind of leave this up to you because I have a passive 17, but I want to ask you, with my connection to the ocean and my like desire for comfort in this moment, would you say I'm basically too distracted if I was to begin a soft song while I'm over here? Would you say I'm too distracted to notice? If there's any roll you need me to make, go ahead.
With you being distracted, I'll probably ask for a perception roll.
Okay. $11.
Oy vey. Yeah, you're probably a little too engrossed.
In the song. Okay.
As it's probably too late when you notice them, as they do shine on you. Or like you feel like your eyes go bright as like you're suddenly in light.
And at that point I will dive down, so I'm basically at the depth I need to be, kind of taken off guard by it, and at that point I will try to duck the lights, like by using depth to my advantage, and circle back into the canal. If there's a ship coming in, I will hide underneath the ship.
There appears to be no real ships coming in at night.
That's fair.
Can you roll me another stealth check?
Can I roll you a... I didn't hear it.
A stealth check, sorry.
Could I attempt for acrobatics or athletics with the idea of trying to use speed instead of stealth?
Okay, give me that, but then it's going to be more of a thing of you moving more faster than silently.
I'm using the depth to basically help me with the stealth aspect, but I want to see if I can speed through the light.
No, I would say this will be athletics.
Athletics? That is 100% fair. This is not with my arm. This has nothing to do with my arm, so I don't think I would be adding my charisma.
No.
Okay. 11.
Okay, Mooks. Let me get your sheet up.
Not the Mooks. The Tony.
God, son
Uh,
of a bitch.
Oh, that was public. I did not mean to make that public.
Oh, I
I re-
saw.
I really hope this ends with them dying, so we can say, "Oh my God, there was a body in the river."
yeah, no, that's why I have proficiency. I was making sure. I was looking at Brawny, and I'm like, no, that makes me stronger, but that's also why I have proficiency. Nope. Yeah, that is my roll. There's nothing.
No inspiration or nothing.
Nope. It would be 3 higher if I had charisma, but that technically, in order to get that 3, I need to be using my arm involved in the check, which usually when you're using athletics, you are. In this case, not
No.
really.
No.
Oh, jeez.
And when it comes to like grappling, I have advantage. I'm not a strength character. I just have a lot of things that help me with strength.
Nah. You know what? Let's see how this goes. Can you give me a luck check as I
Oh, no. There are the two.
I'll re-roll the 2.
Shit. It's higher.
It's higher. It's higher.
2 of the same and a 4.
We could have gotten dress.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Hi Sing, how are you doing?
I'm on my back. What time is this happening?
I mean, were you waiting for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you were gonna get food.
I was gonna get food and come back.
I mean, it's been probably around 30 minutes.
Alright, I would have been
40 minutes. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, do I see?
So you probably come back and kind of just notice that the 2 watchtowers are kind of shining the light inwards.
Oh.
As you kind of notice a little bit more activity on the docks, as it looks like a couple of the guard boats are getting jumped into.
Dane drops his sandwich. I'm gonna expend.
Not the BLT.
I'm gonna give up a gold because that was a really good sandwich.
You probably went and got the goblin one.
Yeah.
He has the ear in his mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Where's the GIF? You know the GIF. Post the GIF.
I don't know the gift. Which gift?
The one that they're about to eat.
No. Yeah, it's perfect. Remember the wings? The wings. My bad. Yeah, my sister. Hello. Wait, the sandwich? The sandwich gift? Sam.
You know what's problematic right now? I technically need to step away because I need to do stuff for my father. So
You want to break real quick?
Did you want a break?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, let me throw this together then. I'll put some more food in the oven.
Would I be able to make it to them before it happens?
Well, I would say that you're like at the docks right now, but they're probably going to be having to swim past you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to basically duck them because I don't want people to know what I am because I don't know what I am, and I don't know what the problem is, but I don't know what I am.
So I understand.
All right, Sig, make sure you kill everyone. All right, no witnesses.
Let's go.
Yeah, see, that's the biggest thing. I don't know what I am.
Why? Well, I understand why you're experimenting with it. It's the natural whole of it. I understand, but it's like,
Yeah.
what you are? Why?
Kill them
Why am I
like
risking
the
it?
rest.
It's because it feels natural.
I
Like
know that
being
I
in the water
understand.
like that is
I
weird.
completely understand. It's just like God damn you!
Also, let's talk
Mhm.
about this one.
It's
Oh
one of those
no!
situations where the only reason it's a problem is because you got caught.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, here's the thing: if Groot wanted to say that, like, oh, hey, they're a little bit more like on like looking around these days because something's been like there's been movement in the docks. It would be reasonable because
Also the
I've literally
water.
been
Right?
I've been going over there for like a few days, and literally like the only time I haven't been is the last few days that we've been out of town. But every day that we've been in town, except for the one that I had that long conversation with the lady from the brothel, every day except for that, I've went out there to see. So that was like we had vacay for like what 3 days. So 2 of those 3 days, like even if it's like oh well, it's not that big a deal. If Root said that, I'd be like, nah, that makes sense. Because they seem to be pretty like they seem to run a pretty tight ship in this place.
Yeah,
Like
this place it seems unnaturally organized, or more
so
organized
like
than you'd probably see in like a more ramshackle city.
yeah, and the big thing is that for Josie, the last place she was in was not like this, and you know, so she's just like, yeah, no, I'm going out to sea. It's fine. I'm gonna take precautions by using like going underwater, so they won't get a good look at me. Thing is, even if they don't get a good look, just having a silhouette, and Chiro and I even spoke about this earlier today, silhouette is often more threatening because you
Oh
can't
yeah,
see
oh yeah.
what's there.
Like once again, like if you're in like in a dark, scary place, and you only see the image of someone walking by, that image is exacerbated 1,000 times because it's simply just the shadow of it.
Yeah,
Like
it's just the
it's
silhouette.
why things of Bigfoot exist or Nessie or Loch Ness monster, right? It's just the
Yeah,
silhouette and or the blurry image of what it actually is, right?
yeah, like you don't actually get to see it, so it's like,
90% of the
what could it be?
sightings of the Loch Ness monster have just been logs floating in the water and then submerging because they're waterlogged. It's
Yeah,
literally it.
definitely true. Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, I believe it.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Just
Just logs. Just
just
logs.
logs,
Yeah, just
I
logs. Yeah.
definitely.
not any
Well,
protrusion.
we don't know what it actually is, but I'll refrain from saying it because
We
Han's here.
all, yeah, we all know. We all know.
Why? Why? I wasn't paying attention. What happened?
It's nothing you
Don't
want to
worry,
hear about.
Nothing to worry about, Han. Nothing, Han. It's all good, buddy.
You're fine.
Also, Chair, I hope you like Moon. You know,
I thought
Oh,
that was gonna go so much worse. I'm gonna be honest.
Moon is capable of being a sweetie. He's just like he
I
doesn't take
heard.
he just doesn't take to being teased well. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, Moon is.
Yeah. I heard you.
Moon's
I heard you
innocent,
say that
man.
Leo was. I heard you say that Leo was going over, and I'm like, no, 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 no.
I can't wait
Like,
for Sun to
please.
ruin this whole situation. It's not Sun, huh?
No. It was the moment that they went to Moon that I saw the no, 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 no. So I
Oh.
thought it was all that Moon. It's like, oh no, she's scared of Moon.
Oh no,
That's
I
what's gonna ruin it.
posted it afterward because I didn't want to discourage him from making the choices he wanted to make. That's why I didn't post it when Sun was walking over.
Also, Sun
Oh.
understands. He has an inkling, and
Or
Moon
no.
is
So I remember, and it's something that Han has pointed out that has stuck with me for a while. I'm not gonna say it, but like,
Moon. Funny enough, doesn't think that Sun knows, and is like will swear up and down, yes, Sun doesn't know. But like Sun is always just like, ah, yeah, no, it's just like I kind of black out sometimes and all that. But I think this
See,
is an
Moon was confused there is the big thing.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing of like of that's a little bit of the clever cat peeking out from Sun, just being like,
Hmm.
yeah, I know. I've just
Yeah.
ignored it and been saying all of this stuff, so they don't know I know. And I'm like, this is
Yeah.
the first time that Sun has actually acknowledged Moon. So it's like it kind of begs the question, what else does Sun know that Moon doesn't know he knows?
I mean, once
Does he
again,
know?
Yeah.
I mean, once
Um.
again, the that Sun is playing at is the dumb savant or whatever it's called, right?
Idiot savant.
Idiot savant.
The idiot was it? Oh, okay, I thought it was the like what was it
Well, that too,
um
Sabi. I just
hidden badass crouching.
Yeah,
No, what
both.
was it?
Moron.
Yeah,
Hidden badass country moron.
hidden.
Bit
Yeah, there it was.
both same premise. My thing
Yeah,
is now, how far does that stretch?
yeah, which apparently it stretches farther
Pretty
than
far.
any of us. Yeah,
Pretty
like
far. Which
they.
is I'm glad because I am very
Yeah,
glad that's the case because now Sun is more interesting again.
because like
Not that he
that's
wasn't
the
interesting. It's just that Moon had memories that Sun didn't at the time, so that makes it, oh,
there's
what's
also the
Moon know?
question of yeah, but then it's
But
like
now
now
what
it's
does
also
Sun?
what does Sun know exactly?
What
Like
do either of them know from the other
because
person? And my
Moon,
my greatest thing is, and once again they're both Sun and Moon. So my thing is like, oh, is there like a fuse for some of them known as Twilight or
the
Eclipse?
I think the big thing is that Moon
That's the super
thinks
form Eclipse.
Moon that would be cool. Moon thinks that Sun doesn't know because Sun doesn't acknowledge it. But what if Sun remembers everything that happens and just doesn't acknowledge it on purpose? That would be the fucking most wild shit because then it's like,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
go into super uh, speculative territory for now because we've only seen that instance. Once there's more, that's what I'm gonna be like. But for now,
mm,
all we know is that Sun has the ability to actively switch into that. Maybe it's just a thing that maybe he might have just been like an instinctive thing that he knows that when he is
well,
in a different mindset, things get done differently. To
so that's a wild thing because here's the thing. He was like, oh, well, I don't really know. Last time he shifted, literally the last time was when the lady like showed up and it's like, well, I don't really, know. So I was like, I could do that too, and he just did it. But
Well, if he did know
that
and
takes
he was hiding it, why would he expose that there? There's no reason for him not to shift there.
But see,
Yeah.
he was told not to shift in public and then looked around and then not be rather than just shifting, acknowledged and said, I think you're better for this. So it's like, it implies that there's more than just I'm doing this on an assumption. It implies that there's a bit more understanding. It's why I'm like, I think Sun is hiding more than anyone knows he's hiding.
Also,
Like,
um, just to say this before we get back to game,
hmm?
that bit with the Peppo was one of those
Mm-hmm.
times when I had to remind myself, and I need to get better at this. I had to remind myself, right, I'm playing two characters. So even if Mavis is like, I don't want to see anyone, I don't want to talk to anyone, I just want to hide in my room and wait, Haplepo can look at that, and even if Mavis would be like, no, Haplepo has his own will, and he cares for her greatly, so it's like someone's coming to help. Alright, I'm not gonna do it in a way she can notice. I'm gonna let you know what's going on vaguely, though. And just
Also,
encourage your intervention, kind of thing.
also Groot.
Yo.
I'm going to reply in my notes to which to basically what Josie is using, like which song Josie was singing in this.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
By the way, I realized that I was told by Chiro how threads don't appear to GMs unless they are basically like added or something like that to them. So I'm just gonna make your life a little bit easier and just add you in both of these.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. If you,
yeah. I
but
forgot about that.
yeah. Uh, Also, just a small thing. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Like you knows that Moon is a sweetheart. He just doesn't really want.
Awkward.
Yeah, he's awkward, man. You know,
He's awkward.
you ever not know how to
Yeah,
process some
I
of your
love that.
emotions.
Because Mavis has only ever seen Moon when he's grumpy after being teased by Josie.
Yeah, he doesn't like being teased.
Hi.
You know, it's
So she's always had, because of that, she's just this entire time had this impression that you're just an angry person.
Mm. Mhm.
It's why when I heard the talk about like how Mavis like flinches whenever she sees Moon or like gives him a wide berth, I was like, you're right, but not for the reasons you think.
You jumped at animals. I'm gonna be real. I think
Oh, the
you
rest,
have a
no,
little.
I'm not commenting on the rest. The rest was, well, rather, I will comment. You were spot on with the rest.
But yeah, I re- really enjoy that more aspects of my characters are being released. You know, it makes me feel happy.
Yee.
It makes you feel like they're not just there for set dressing. It makes you feel like they're actually, you know, there. Um, eh, making sure. So yeah, in remembering this, I'm just going through Eva's pins, making like Eva's thing, and making sure everything is.
You know, I kind of
Hmm.
forgot about your second familiar.
Yeah, you need to not do that because they. Did you update them?
I thought I already updated them.
I don't know. That's a question. That was a legitimate question. That wasn't me.
'Cause I know I updated Mika.
Yeah, you updated Mika, but Mika was updated. I don't know if the other one was. I'd have to look and see. Hold on. Where is that? Hours?
No. I definitely updated this one because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have spells they shouldn't have
yeah. They
normally.
do. There you go. See, just have to check. Eva. Gifts, practical magic, closet, power and move list, plants. You have access to all of these. Yes. Okay, good.
Hey, you have a gift from Mika.
And for Josie's normal notes, people of Ormete. Yes, should have access to that now.
Also,
And
just it's Ometi.
Ormete? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. People of Ormete. That is the world. Just making sure that is the world.
Yes.
Ormete. Got it. So people of Ormete. Sebi is curious on the linguistics of that and what language it is what language it's based in. If it's an ancient language or one that has roots in our modern day. By modern day, I mean of the world.
That is a question. Why is the world called what it is?
Mm-hmm. But yes, I'm still doing stuff for Dad. Just waiting at the moment. It shouldn't be more than like 7 minutes.
Okie
I'm
dokie.
sorry.
I'm back.
Guys is here.
I'm here.
I know I'm going to be mightily needed for this part.
You will be. No, maybe. Who knows?
I guess back on me they go.
Yes.
Okay,
What
there.
the fuck is this?
But yes, so Josie, you are currently going up the canal right now, trying your best to kind of evade
The lights.
the lights. But unfortunately, you can tell that where they're shining and they are able to still track you so far. As you are going deeper into the canal. Are you going to try to stop and hide, try to get off at one of the buildings on the side here, or are you going to go straight into the roundabout and hope to lose them there?
So, the only place I could see to go is the bridges, where the light would break, so I can go on the dock. But with no plans, and being fairly conspicuous, I feel I would have some problems. And if I go back to where Sing is, they might just be sending guards that way, so I'm trying to not make my silhouette, seen coming out of the water. So I'm trying to just stick in the middle of the canal, the canal, so I can duck and dodge. But I'm thinking go as fast as possible down to the last bridge, then break left, and use the boat area, the shipyard, to kind of hide amongst them.
So you're more going around here rather than here. Okay.
I don't trust going over there. I feel as if that's a big no-no.
Sorry, I just saw a meme and I opened it. I'm like, okay.
The accent is still in work. If I'm speaking like this, then you know I am speaking Elvish.
Can I make a small joke? I've been playing Resident Evil 4 remake, and your voice is reminding me of the guy, the small guy.
Oh, Luis?
Oh, Sadler?
Yeah, you're small time.
Alright, so first of all, let me bring out a different. Alright, so go fuck yourself, motherfucker.
If you did say Luis, I would.
Not Luis, the guy in the castle.
Sadler.
Sadler.
No.
Yeah, no.
no.
Han
Is it
guessed
Sadler?
Luis, and I was like,
Is it Sadler? No.
He's so imp, motherfucker.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, I think Sadler. No, I think Sadler's the mastermind guy.
Oh, hold on. Looking this up.
Either
But
way,
anyways,
no,
yeah.
that motherfucker. Fuck you.
Napoleon.
Hate him.
Oh, it's Napoleon, not Sadler.
of course his name's Napoleon.
No.
It's based off Napoleon.
Fuck off. Oh,
Yeah,
that pisses me
Mr.
off so much.
Kennedy.
No.
Oh, that. Oh.
Mr. Kennedy.
Everyone's mad because he fucked up all of Europe.
Salazar.
Salazar. That's him. Salazar. Yeah, Sadler is the big mother. Is the big mastermind.
Osmond Sadler is the main villain. Salazar, that fucking imp.
But yes.
Yeah.
So you are mainly going to the dockyard, not going past
British
the
cunt.
second, not going past the final bridge.
Yes.
As you do probably notice at some point that there are two boats giving rough pursuit as you. Through the water, you hear, "Whoever is down there, come up and surrender."
Yeah, so, yeah, no?
Okay. Okay. So you're going to the shipyards and going to attempt to hide there.
Yeah, effectively, I'm gonna hide somewhere in the shipyards and hope I can break away, make a break for it at some point. So yeah, I'm gonna be hiding in the shipyards.
Which one are you
I have
going
a
to?
climb speed. Um,
Sturdy boat,
Ooh.
cloud ship, Vorash.
I remember. I'm just over here like sturdy boat would be the closest, and while I'm faster, I'm a sprinter, not a marathoner. So I'm gonna be going the cloud ship and seeing if I can't catch my breath, because while I can still breathe in water, it's still gonna be a fuck. I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna need to. And this is a lot of distance. From what I understand, this canal is quite a bit of distance.
Yeah. Okay. I will ask for a stealth check then
Unbelievable.
as you go to cloud ship, and I'm guessing you're still hiding in the water before disembarking. Trying to get them
I'm basically
to.
going to be. I'm gonna be going from the water, and like doing what sharks do, where they will surface and almost like a leap, using all their strength to like push them up. So I'm basically going from down, and I'm going to then just surface out of the water, trying to get myself all the way up onto the like into the shipyard. And if I need to, I'll be using my clawed arm to pull myself the rest of the way.
Okay.
So it's.
I'm probably gonna
I'm
ask for
hoping
2
they
checks
don't
here
see
then.
me.
I'm probably gonna ask
No
for an
problem.
athletics. Oh, I'll give you acrobatics on this for the jump, and then stealth for the concealment.
Okay. I will take acrobatics. So acrobatics for the getting out of the water, and stealth for the once I'm actually in the shipyards, which with that 19, I'm gonna basically take that as a, since I worked here for a day or two, I'm gonna probably pick a place that I saw while I was working here.
Yeah. Okay. So as you swim, you quickly try to flop out of the water, but unfortunately, you don't think you're as quick as you wanted to, as you think.
A little too tired.
Yeah, you're a little too tired, a little too panicked. You have been swimming for a while. Saying you giving a chase and probably keeping an eye on the situation, you would probably see this jump. But
So as I'm going there, by the way, I want to, if I have anything to cover my head, or cover my face, I'm going to.
you have extra cloth on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover my face. I'm gonna take off my gi, the top, and shove it in my medicine chest, and I'm also gonna undo my ponytail, so it's just messy hair covering my face. While I have like a bandana around it, and I'm running over there.
Your arm is very distinctive.
I take off the arm.
As you probably
My God.
notice that like the boats kind of all like over, like will end up over here, as you do probably. Can you give me a stealth check? Because I imagine you're trying to stay out of sight from any of the actual guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This session was not meant to be this exciting.
It's not, but look at what you did.
I know.
Oh, this is so fucking low. No! Do I have anything?
What is with the nines and tens today?
I don't know, man. I have nothing I can do.
Like, it's 11 and lower is just the order of the day.
As thing, you're probably running to the shipyard. You probably see some of the city watch kind of mobilizing a little bit. Not like full mobilization, but you probably see like two guards coming down from this way, running up. As one of them kind of sees you and kind of like part of the lantern in the hand kind of goes and looks at you. It's like,
at this point, my face is covered up and stuff.
yeah.
They see me?
Yeah, they will like kind of turn around and like probably hearing you like shine a light on you.
I throw a firework at them.
Put that in chat just so I can. That makes them potentially to be stunned, right? Or blinded.
Yeah. If I spend a key point.
They took off the arm though.
The arm isn't solely the place where I keep all my stuff. It is a primary housing aspect. I can still go into my pocket and throw one.
Fair enough.
As one of the guards, probably the one who was shining the light at you, kind of like clutches the eyes, as the other one kind of like sees you run off, but you're probably able to get away, as they'll kind of like get not the main concern, but as they will kind of like turn around to look at you, but actually no, they would probably leave the other one behind and kind of run after you a bit. But you probably will be able to outrun them.
Alright.
As you're running to the shipyard, Josie, you probably...
I'm gonna loop around so that they... So, like... where they would have seen me, sorry?
It was probably over here.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, because because the sandwich shop in relation to where I started.
So then I'm gonna... I'm going this way. They see me. I back up, and then I'm like... just go around.
Okay.
That way.
As you probably run into two guards coming this way, but...
I dug into an alleyway, or like at that point I would jump into the thing.
Yeah. As Josie, you probably you find yourself on one of the boats that they're constructing. Probably one that you probably saw them start to build. And now it's almost finished, but you kind of know like, hey, you might not be finished this area.
Yeah. It's at this point that she remembers that she has magic because she's still fairly new to it. Once again, it's one of those things where she's not used to all her abilities yet, and she's just like catching her breath, just like it's like because once again I have a +1 con, and I fucking booked it.
Yeah.
So she's like probably like somewhat hyperventilating before she realizes and she like scratches her arm through the air and cast minor illusion to basically like a sturdy box where she is, so she's like encased in the illusion of a box, like kind of like curled into a ball, just like catching her breath, just like till she can actually move again. I imagine at this point she's like, since she's on land and she would have had to run, like she's transformed back, but she's just like
No
even
pants.
though it's like
No
shoes. She's like no
No
pants, no
shirt.
shoes. I still have my shirt.
Oh, you have a shirt too?
No.
Yeah, I still have my shirt, but it's just like muscles are burning.
Yeah.
Because like I'm with Groot, I have a +1 con, and I basically, with the amount of distance I covered, I basically did like you let me know, like about a mile or more sprint.
Probably a bit. Yeah, about a mile.
by like a mile and a quarter sprint, I have a +1 con. I'm fucking hyperventilating.
Yeah, but
Like,
you're doing your
as
best to
somebody who
like.
ran track, that's hard.
Yeah, you've just made a mad dash. You're like hyperventilating. You're trying to keep your breath low, but you probably do hear like someone walk around. As you'd be like, you probably overhear them. No sign of target. This marks the third one this week. Possible land capabilities. Keep an eye out. Over. As they sound to go off the ship. And yeah, your zooming thing.
Yeah, I cast with this retreat.
Oh, fuck.
While I'm in an area, I'm gonna question. Whenever I use the primeval awareness thing, right? Would I have been able to sense Josie's arm as what? Would I have been able to make a distinction on how it felt? Hey, Sandra.
I think my arm procs for divine sense as desecrated, but it doesn't proc as a specific creature type.
Correct.
That's what I'm asking. It doesn't? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's out of the. So if because they would have been in the range when I've done it before. I wanted to know. And just because I don't know where it is specifically doesn't mean I can't tell. You know, close by.
Yeah.
You said that you saw the jump, so you
Yeah.
know the general area I'm in.
I mean, after around an hour, the kind of search kind of dies down. So if you're keeping an eye on the place thing, you could probably tell when they clear out, and you could go in and be like, Chelsea.
Well, no, I'm not gonna. When they clear, I'm just gonna go where she is and be like, it's gonna be weird because they look completely different.
The moment anybody gets too close to me, I'm gonna be using mysterious beckoning. Cough, cough, flop, flop. My version of Fall Cloud. So the moment anybody gets too close to me, that's what I'm gonna be using.
You don't specifically know where they went, but you know that they're in, like, in the shipyard. So.
Ooh, Josie?
Yeah.
Alright. Wherever they are, wherever I last saw them appear, I'm gonna drop over there and look around. Gonna roll perception.
Yeah, the moment he gets basically within like 30 feet of me, I'm gonna just like pop this.
You probably see some wet marks that haven't quite dried. Probably a little bit hard to see because they're in shadow, but you identify them and you kind of walk to where she's hiding on the ship.
First and foremost, I'm gonna pull out her boots and throw it in that direction. I'm gonna throw her boots and her pants, since if it's wet marks, it has to be her. I'm gonna throw it there. And if they do fog,
I won't use it then, because like there's only one person that can have that.
Yeah. I get closer.
She'll dispel it and like grab onto you. It's like this has been in like, from what Groot said, it's been like an hour. It's like,
yeah, probably around an hour and a half now.
They spotted me.
I noticed. You noticed I don't have my arm.
That's so weird that you don't.
What?
Just looks at your stump.
It's actually bandaged. And there's like a little like metal thing on the exact like stump.
It looks like a dildo.
You can see. All right then.
I can't believe we got away with that.
Well, next time I'm just going to get caught.
Oh, some first mate you'll be then. I thought you were supposed to make sure we don't get into trouble.
Get ready. Let's get going.
Yeah,
If he's gonna turn away from you.
thank you, Sing.
If you looked at his back, you would notice something, like a weird
Okay.
tattoo, like a tattoo on his, what was it? Right side? Groot?
I do have
Fuck. I think it's on your right side.
Yeah, it's on the right side of his body where the missing arm is.
I do have dark vision if that helps see it
Yeah.
in the dark.
You'd be able to see it. You can't really discern any of what it's like writing. We can't discern any of what it means or says. With any of the languages that you might have,
Hmm.
but you can't tell what is there.
She like stuffs her legs back in her pants and then like gets her shoes back on.
So yeah, right side.
Right side, yes.
Yeah.
Where his missing arm is,
As she just looks at it and just like
from the shoulder blade down.
she just looks at it. It's a little high for a tramp stamp.
He pulls out his gi and puts it over himself again. And then he puts it back on puts his gi over himself again as soon as he realizes you see it. And he's like, okay. Well. I would agree. Not knowing how to respond to that.
She just after getting it back on, she'll like stand up, put a hand on your shoulder. Thank you again, Sing.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, this isn't our ship.
And
Oh my goodness.
yes, we leave quickly.
As you don't run into any more like resistance or questioning. You might get questioned when you like cross one of the bridges, but it's just like, have you seen anything weird tonight? Because it's not like
Josie.
midnight hours yet. It's like around 9 o'clock ish at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what, like an hour and a half, like or so after dusk.
Yeah, so like 9:30. Have you seen anything strange in the last 2 hours?
Holding on to Sing's arm, kind of like coming down from the adrenaline and like legs shaking a little bit. It's like no, we haven't seen anything. We've been a little busy.
We have not seen anything like that around here. We're on our way back to our inn.
Acknowledged.
We're trying to get back to our rooms.
Thank you. As eventually, you make it back to the inn. Probably a total of 3 hours after everything went down.
Sorry, I'm just looking at chat and I'm just like, it's funny because I have a little bit of alcohol, but Josie is literally coming down from adrenaline and is exhausted. So this is perfectly fitting. And she has proficiency in persuasion, deception, and performance.
Oh, he's just like this. This is what I signed up for. This is okay. This is fine. We go
Oh,
back to
man.
the inn. And I
It's
see Leo.
taking so much to resist playing up the act, but the guard didn't need me to, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, you see Leo just like Leo just like looking looking at his drink with ice in it, just sort of shakes it. It's like you two took a while.
Complications happened. It's okay.
Josie looks at Leo, and suddenly like on the walk back, it's like kind of like somewhat playing it up, somewhat just letting herself come down from the adrenaline of the situation naturally. The moment she sees Leo, it's like the reality of what's going on sets in, and she kind of just sobers up.
I pat you on the shoulder. Well,
Everything okay?
Got my pants on, right?
Just like a little like twin, just like no. I'm like, good, I guess.
Captain, we have to discuss what our next move is, right?
Yes,
I wanted to, but things happened.
Yes.
Night's still young. We could.
We can still do that while we. Hmm. I'll be a second. I need to go check on Myra.
While you pass by, Sing is basically gonna like, Sing enough to be like, for him to just a simple gesture, be like, "Is she okay?"
Just like you see Leo just like just like
Like,
Okay.
we'll find out.
yeah, just like sees like as he goes to walk, as he looks to Myra. It's like anything.
Shakes her head. No, she's been mostly quiet.
I'll lock on the door again and say, Mavis, we're going to discuss the plan now going forward. Kira, are you there? you have to at least say something if you're there or not. Kira?
Well, give them a little bit of time. Josie's gonna like. Oh, there you go. Never mind.
Okay, no, go ahead.
It's like you hear what I said, or do you want me to repeat?
Can you please repeat?
So I was gonna say Leo heads over to Mavis's door and like knocks on it. It's like, Mavis, we're going to discuss our future plans. You may sit in, not to, and he'll. It's like after that he'll start to walk. Did this Mavis do anything?
Alright, let's do this. Okay.
Hey!
Hey!
That's pretty good. Yeah. Sorry, the DC was 20. You have a -1 charisma. Why did you roll?
I'm gonna
Read my mind, huh?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. As somebody who's lived with a low charisma for like 3 years, like 2.5 years, I look at that and I'm like, you're just being mean if you're setting DCs that high. But
Yeah, do you Davis do anything?
You hear footsteps The hmm. Hmm. The door opens, and Hippo walks out. And the door stays open. Hippo looks back.
1001, 1002, 1003.
This, Leo looks at Papo, like, glances at them to be like,
He puts up a paw, like, give us. You see Mavis kind of poke her head out. Rather than poke her head out, she takes a big step. One of those that, like, once you commit to it, you can't really stop unless you want to fall over. She does not look great. She looks like her eyes are swollen. Her face is tear-stained. And her hair is a mess.
I so want to do something.
Not exactly. Yeah.
Leo just sort of looks at you, and Moon will say, "Oh, come on, and buck up a bit." And you hear like a snap, as a prestidigitation goes on to you. As you get the briefest smell of like a of like lavender onto you to hide the vomit. As you are clean as well.
But you don't know about that. Thanks, Mavis.
Yeah. Just like hey, buck up a bit as I you just hear the snap. As you just hear that snap, and yeah, it's like the others are at the bar. Yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, Josie, like, motions to Scars.
A giant wine bottle.
Josie, you're not too far off. Josie motions to Scar. It's like, hey, love, would you be a doll and get me biscuits and gravy or whatever's heavy, whatever kind of heavy food you have that tastes good?
I think I got just the thing. If you're looking for heavy, give me a second.
Heavy and a bottle of whatever will keep me going for the next hour or two.
As Leo will walk and sort of look at Josie like that was my seat, but doesn't like but doesn't say it. Just like goes to this new seat that what it's not my seat or whatever.
Don't worry, yours is warm. My ass is cold.
Yeah, now I got a cold seat. This fucking sucks.
Like, hey Tiger, how you doing?
Okay, you know that's wrong. Whatever. Anyway, just like we'll take a look at our company.
As you say that, she unintentionally stiffens up a little bit. As she just rolls her shoulders and, begins to like fiddle with like one of her daggers, waiting for Scars to get back. Mm, yes. A shot glass and a bowl of fries covered in gravy, cheese, and pulled pork. Is this poutine?
It is, but it's not just any poutine. It's supreme poutine. It is the best version of it.
This isn't your average poutine.
It's the best version.
I Groot, when I go to Canada, you need to make sure that you, I, and Daz, hopefully Emmy, get to all share. You know, we get to all go to.
Moving on.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Continue your thought.
Get some poutine because I can't go to Canada and not get a good poutine.
Watch it, you might give me PTSD.
See, that's the day that
Oh my God.
Daz feud begins, because that's the day that you're like, I don't know why you guys have to.
And you're giving me more PTSD.
Listen,
Let's not talk
listen.
about.
Don't worry. It's an 8-hour bus ride.
From America, no less.
And New York.
It's an 8-hour bus
It's
ride.
a 8-hour bus ride. I'll be hungry.
They say
Exactly.
They say hungry is the best spice.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway,
Don't worry. Yeah. She brings me that.
Sing goes
like,
over and just takes some of your food, just takes a fry, eats it, and then goes back to writing in his book.
Just does like a little bit of like a flicks at your finger, like
I deserve it.
hey.
I saved you. You haven't
Wait.
walked here naked.
Wait, what did I miss? Just like
My ass is fine and would look great in whatever.
you know what?
I
Never mind.
walk
I don't
in.
want to hear this.
Hey,
like
what's up, leader? You
Just like
you telling me you don't think my ass is fine? You were staring at it for
I
a few
mean,
hours.
regardless of this, we have important business to discuss.
And yeah, we do. So, just don't worry about how nice my ass looks. She just sways her tail a little bit.
So embarrassing, you know that?
I'm sure. And she just like blows a smooch in your direction. Hey, Scars, thank you for this. This is great. And like downs the shot glass.
Roll me a con save.
Is it cool if I do this with disadvantage considering my night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's still
Drinking
impressive.
before you eat.
I'm drinking while I'm eating.
Yeah.
But trust me, as somebody who's made that mistake before, there's a little bit of a difference.
It kind of goes down and kind of heightens your senses a bit as you feel a lot lighter as the pain kind of seems to wash away.
How's the taste of it?
It's
Alright,
probably a little sweet.
Sweet? Okay. I was expecting something, almost like herbal or medicinal, like Jaeger.
It's almost sweet like honey, but kind of. But also, it's like warms your throat.
Ooh, so for Sebi, that
Vodka.
reminds me of rum.
Vodka
See,
rum. Yeah, I mean, depending.
Vodka for me always hits my stomach really warm, but rum
Angry
always
water.
feels like, yeah, rum always feels like it's warm going down, but it doesn't burn on the way down. Like once it gets there. Sorry, for people who have drank alcohol, I hear different experiences. I don't know how much Groot has drank. I've only heard about Daz.
Drink.
Well, you have never brought me drinking.
Because every time, well, listen, I'm not gonna be your enabler.
With how big he is, I feel like he should probably have.
Well, the thing is, his dad is
followed.
also his family. apparently is just like that.
No,
They have a high tolerance.
Yeah. Anyway,
You know,
They're trees.
that makes sense.
yeah, they're trees. They're natural from the grain. Moving on. Hey, it's Mavis. They finally came out of the room. They're awake. They're alive.
So
Turn around.
to recount what happened there. While your guys' conversation was ongoing and just was eating, stuff like that, Hapuepo came out, sat in the middle of the room, looked back at the doorway. Mavis was standing like right here. And then after that she did come out, it took her a minute, and Hapuepo then just moves over here and like lays down behind Josie.
Al probably brushes fur. Looks down. Face gets serious, probably mid-teasing Leo. And then just, like, looks back. And all of the joking kind of leaves her face. Both of the boys see it. The moment that her, like, jovial kind of demeanor, like, dies.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scars. We should
Way to
probably-
kill the mood, Mavis.
She
Right, I
looks
should leave.
over- She just looks at Leo. Will we talk about business here or at a table? I trust Scars, if that's any consolation.
It's fine. Just because, he's like sort of like waiting, a little bit. Brings his drink a bit closer to him because it was on a different side.
Focuses on eating.
Oh, alright. I'll sit in the free seat. Oh.
Which seat, buddy?
I think that choice has been made for me.
Boys and girls side.
Myra takes the seat before Mavis gets there.
I look at Myra. I get up, and I just go right here, and I just gesture to my seat to Myra.
oh, she's just bringing a chair over here.
Oh, she's okay. Oh, nice, perfect.
I have been sent a very clear message, and I don't think I can quite miss it. So I will.
A Pweple behind me. Sing gets up, goes around to the other side. Myra brings up a chair. Fuck, guys, you're so subtle. You're so subtle. Subtle as a fucking brick through a window.
Moon says under his breath, like, I think we really need to teach these people social cues.
looks over to Moon. It's a good thing you at least pick up on that. Sun got it naturally. I thought you were just like Sing in that regard. Sing hears because of his good hearing.
Yeah.
Scars will kind of bring out a glass of milk that is steaming a little. And place in front of you, Mavis.
What?
Man, something to settle your stomach almost. Wow, weird.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Why would I need that?
Man, something heavy to settle your stomach.
So now that we're all here,
I do have a number of things I do want to have. I want to bring to your attention.
go ahead.
the museum man, I believe his name is Isaac. He does have a job that is not necessarily registered for the registered with the IDF that we could take.
Mapping.
We have to find an artifact and bring it back to him.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, simply sounded, but not as simple in execution. And there's other people looking for the exact same artifact.
Do you know where?
Sing will look at you when he says other people.
I see.
Son. Yeah. Eva just.
Eva,
what's Eva shows up.
I made her so mad she left and brought in this random girl. No.
This random teen.
Who's this sassy lost child?
Appropriate.
But yeah, no. Josie will just like talk up at that. From what I can tell, we can trust that we can't trust him. But at least he's untrustworthy in a way that he's selfish. Makes everything easy. Nothing complicated with his motivations. He doesn't really care. He doesn't really have alliances or care about who. More just his own curiosities and goals. Bit of a prick, but at least it's simple motivations.
Yeah, very like Tisk from Leo.
Raises the shot glass for another from Scars.
Raises glass for more water. As he was like, do we at least know what the reward would be? Looking at Singh. Like, he's asking like, well, what's the reward for it?
Money. We didn't give a specific reward. I didn't go deeper into it, but judging by his wealth, it probably pays out a decent amount.
Probably more than any of us have seen at once.
And besides, he has a business for collecting artifacts from the lost. What was it called?
Previous age.
The previous era. Previous age and
Mm-hmm.
era.
Previous age. Yeah.
Meaning, we might learn some stuff.
Useful for me, I guess, but she just brings up her arm. But he's, once again, he's selfish. Simple motivations, complex man.
So Leo will look to Singh and it's like, do you want to take this job?
Well, what other things do we have?
That when I checked over at the ADF, they one of the jobs that much more of a now sort of thing is helping miners like from a collapsed cave-in.
Know anything about the murder?
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, she says that, and like while you're saying that, we're not used to like, each other's patterns yet. So she just like, we both talk at the same time. It's like,
well, before you answer that, I do think we should take any mission we have here for one reason. We need a ship. We don't have that yet, and that won't be happening until next month. So we can take any other mission. We could take any sort of mission that we could feasibly deal with regularly, easily.
Points with the fork over to him.
But I do want to take that mission.
Leo will say, um, then perhaps we'll take care of the miners first, then head over to that mission. Is that all right?
We need a ship, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we need. Just like he sort of looks at you like, we need a ship. It's like, okay, so it's not on this.
No,
like,
the artifact is elsewhere.
just like a. You should just whatever. just like looks at it as like his glass like Groot, is it filled yet, or
Yes.
or did Josie got there first?
She did fill it back up.
Alright.
Yes,
Just like
you will,
grumbles and drinks water.
Pats you on the shoulder. Pats you on the shoulder is like, I tell you this because knowing you, and knowing me, also, we're selfish enough and stupid enough to just travel across the ocean in a dinghy. We've done it before.
Please don't bring that up. Just continues to drink water.
Rosie will tap your glass with her claw, and a little bit, and just like a drop of it will come out and create an image across the bar, and she just like as she just draws using it. Minor illusion, by the way. Just, we need a ship, but from my time as first mate, we need funds. Part of what happened last time with my last crew was hard times led to bad decisions, and she just is creating almost like you can see like diagrams, almost like a math problem, but she's not the smartest. So like this right here is math of like almost like breaking it down to simple math.
Considering that Leo and you are like almost the same in intelligence, just like this checks out.
No, you got a point.
Hard times plus bad situations equaled bad decisions.
Bad decisions. Yeah, just like. Okay. Then
we need to build wealth that we can fall back on, so we can reasonably hire who we need to, or support ourselves when things go bad. So, in all honesty, most of the money we make, as she just like wipes it clean and begins drawing with her claw, most of the money we make should go to a fund. As she leans over and looks over to Sing to make sure he's paying attention, because this is the first mate stuff that he needs to focus on, that we talked about earlier today. Most of our money needs to go to a fund for the ship. Until we have a cushion to fall back on for, she just like continues to draw supplies, ship maintenance, and lastly, funds, specifically for when we get to different docking ports. This is the money that we can dole out to get everybody a good a good night of rest in an inn like Scars here. So enough for a crew to all have a good night where they don't have to pay for sleeping arrangements. Anything that they want to pay for while on shore or for drinks, that's on them. But we need to at least take care of their accommodations at base. Even if we have a ship that they can sleep on, it helps morale and makes a crew that runs smoother. Making sure the ship is taken care of for any repairs, even if some points over to Mavis with a fork, in her other hand, even if she handles most of the repairs, we'll need a proper place and materials. So we need to set up a fund for that. And lastly, we'll need for any supplies. This means barrels of pickles, eggs, rations, the usual. So, these are the three things we need to set up a fund for, and we need wealth to do so. Not just money, but items that are easily pawnable at anywhere we go to. This is the kind of thing that our first mate, who acts as a quartermaster, are going to have to look after. Captain, or leader for now, you'll have to keep track of these things as well as the rest of the crew. Meanwhile, I need more maps. As a navigator, I'm useless without the tools of the trade, which I'm currently lacking. I only have, as she pulls out of her saddlebag that actually no, she reaches for her saddlebag but then like looks over to Sing, like she forgot something, points over to him like, "You got it?"
He goes and does so. Pulls it out.
My notebook.
He pulls out your notebook.
And she opens that up and points. These are from Varash, and these are the little bits of notes I got from the ADF in their normal routes. If you can tell, they don't match up 100%. So Varash obviously has his own bit of information. The ADF has information on different, not just routes, but also where missions take place, but that changes regularly. I need a proper map. I need proper maps, constellations, my gear to effectively be a navigator for us properly. We have a ship ready for us, Captain. As she like slips back into calling you that, you are going to be you're going to need to make sure that we have the tools to be able to do this.
Ah,
We need money. That's something we're severely lacking. I think all of us have our basic tools, looks over to Mavis and Myra, and then over to Sing. I think we all have our basic tools now to be able to do what we do, but we need to actually like to survive. But we need like to actually perform our specialties. So we should make a list of everything we need. Sing, if there's anything that you need for what you're going to be doing on the ship, you need to make sure that you have information from everybody so we know what we're going to basically grab. I need navigator's tools, star maps, and a globe. I don't expect to get an astroglobe here. I've only heard of them, but I mean, I don't need one. I would still want one. But as long as we have basic star maps and maps of the different trade routes and currents, I can work with those. Mavis, Myra, Captain, we need to make a list of what we all need to do our jobs.
Alright. Well. So the plan is get some money, rack up some money for funds for when we get another ship or port town.
Mm.
Alright.
I understand. Looks to Mavis. When's our ship done?
You're asking her?
Looks. Yeah,
Yeah.
she looks to you. It's like, when's our ship done? Expecting you to have the information.
Been over 2 weeks now.
So we have about.
That's correct, right? Because it was around 3 weeks when we left, and we've been gone for like 4 days.
It was around. Because right now it's the 29th. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you have around 20 days.
Mm-hmm. We have around 20 days before we need it.
Okay. She'd say a bit less than 3, then. Not a bit more than 2.
Okay. So, Captain, as I probably shouldn't be calling you that yet, but we need to have everything ready by that point because the shipyard is going to want us to come and pick up our boat so they can get started on a new one as soon as we can. So if we're 1 day late, maybe 2, they won't have a problem. But they're going to start charging us for every day that we have to keep. Every day they have to keep our boat there because we're slowing them down from making more money. We need to be ready as close to that date as possible. So all of our missions need to be in the interest of getting as much money in as many days as possible, so we can set off when we need to.
Okay. Just like as he goes to drink some more of his water, he just like look at it like, so then let's try for the minor quests then for now. As will probably help build up our reputation, being more well known. Could help us in the future at least.
Looks over to Scars. Plus it'll help us with the job that we need to do. And like give Scars a look like this is especially on the down low. It's like the job we need to do to help the people who've been taken captive. Like she's speaking somewhat plainly in front of Scars, but she's taking a look at Scars like, yo, that's what we're doing. To kind of give her a look of like, yeah, we're into some deep shit. Please be chill.
She just smiles as she, it's like kind of like she's probably more in like this square as she's just keeping an eye out.
And at that, Josie will take a second shot, knowing that she can trust Scars, because at this point, Scars has proven to be a good person.
Tail flick that you feel on your tail from Hipwepo.
Yeah.
If there's any other business. Speak now.
Captain, when we get to and Groot, I'm gonna need the 4 different C's. Being a navigator, I'm gonna need those. But specifically, I'm referencing the seas closer to my homeland, like where I was born. Well, where I was found. The ones right.
Yeah, sorry, not Brawley.
I think it starts
Solace
with
and Dutch.
a S. I think it starts with an S.
Yes,
Solace.
Solace.
Solus. When we get to, we're going to need to go to Solus on our way home for Sing as well as for myself. Mavis and I are from an island on La Primera, past Solus Sea. It's closer to the edge of the bowl than anything else.
I remember.
Not quite there. She just like kind of smirks. Is like, right. We're gonna need to go back there. Missions that we take should be pushing us in that direction for all of our benefit. Plus, what Sun found earlier today, as she keeps her cool.
You see the Plepo, as this is being brought up, look at Mavis, like raise their head from their laying down position and look back at Mavis.
And just looks to Moon. We're going to need to go there.
Understood.
Sing will explain at some point in his own way. He just looks to Sing as if like giving like there's a like this amount of trust there, almost as if she's giving like him his first like real thing as first mate, is like giving him like a nod, like she's giving him permission to talk on it. She's like looks at you and is putting trust in you to talk about it in a way that like
she sings. It's like fuck.
Talk about the
talk about the event. What I talked about with you today.
Ah, all right, okay.
So she's like, because it has to do with why we're going in that direction. So it's like as first mate, you're supposed to advise him. She's giving you like permission to speak on her behalf in that case. And she looks at Sing, like from Leo to Sing, and kind of like gives him a nod before looking back to Leo.
I hear you.
We are going to need to go in that direction. Sing will explain in his own way why, but it's important.
Okay. I understand.
So, thank you, Leonardo.
Oh wow,
Is
so
there any
professional.
Oh wow, he's covered.
She finishes her food.
He'll look at he'll look at the scars and will say, "Hey, just like a round for us 5, just like a to new adventures."
I'll take milk. He raises her like a finger. I'll take milk. Realizing that she's had two shots so far, and it's like, I'll take milk.
Mavis races the milk like
Leo takes that the other direction, just like, I swear if this isn't the cat joke. Just like
She will smile and give you all a shot of milk.
All right. Just looks to Leo. I wouldn't call you a kitty, now would I? She just glances over to Mavis before she just finishes her glass, shoots it down, and like drops it.
I hate Mondays. It's like downs his glass.
Why does that sound familiar?
Garf! Garf!
I'm gonna, well, if you guys don't mind. Mavis, do you have the exact specific day when the ship will be ready?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna look the scar. I would like to rent. I would like to rent our rooms until the 27th. Be the 19th.
You already have them till the 2nd, so that will be
The
17 more days.
Yep.
Scars, it's like, damn, bitch, you guys are just living here, huh?
Always trust you, Scars. That's really all it comes down to.
Well, I am glad I have owned your business and your trust then.
That would be an extra 15 days. No,
17.
17 days. I say 19 just because we'll fill the ship up one day and then leave the next.
Josie will likely pipe up to you.
Mm.
We'll probably be leaving the same day that we pack it.
Sure.
You usually don't want to have the shipyard hold your ship too much longer.
Alright. Then the 18th then. Until the 18th. So 16 more days.
Okay. Da 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 da. Plus.
Mavis and Josie have a double room. Everybody else has a single.
Yeah. Guys, I'm so in character. I can taste vomit in the back of my throat.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
definitely just your character.
That is definitely just in character.
Just your
Definitely.
character.
You know, sometimes I wonder what this like negative con actually look like, and then I just think of Shiro.
You all you have to do is actually always feeling like that.
So honestly, worry about Cheryl sometimes being in character.
I worry about him more times than I should.
So if I'm not mistaken, let me just double check my calculations. Just so I don't, fuck you guys over. Two of those.
Someone's gonna pay for it. So it doesn't matter.
I think that comes to, for the 3 rooms, it comes to a total of 256 silver.
So,
Yes, or 25 gold and 6 silver.
256 silver?
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, 25 is 1.
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Alright. Alright, so you're basically fronting the cost as first mate. Okay, because that's what I was doing before out of reflex, but you're taking over for that.
Well, I didn't get a chance to. You just did it. So I was like, alright, yeah, doing it.
Yeah, it was reflex before because we didn't have a fund, but now that you're taking over, Josie will look at that and nod and kind of like step back from that. Moving forward, we should have a fund for this.
I
But,
like the
you know,
image of just like Josie taking out like putting their arm like slightly shoving Leo while Sig's it's like already has it out. It's like, oh wait, just, like,
yeah, I know. Like it's just like one of those moments of like reaching for the bill. It's like Josie's just like, all right, cool, gets ready. Sing already goes for it.
I just know
like,
what happens is you just see slam his hands on the table, just pushes the way.
no,
it's just a moment of like,
Literally
all right,
like two
understood.
siblings like trying to get to something first.
Like Josie just like gets it. It's like, all right, understood. You've fully taken the role. She gets it. because that used to be her job, so she understands. It's like, all right, when the fund doesn't have enough for this, you
Yeah.
do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he does that. Wait, it shouldn't be the 18th?
It should be the 18th is when our ship is ready, right?
Yeah, that's why I want to expire on the 18th.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
So like we
On the
should
4th.
probably, like, if our ship is ready the 18th, we should probably be leaving on the 19th. That's the day we should basically, our rooms should expire and
That's
set
what I
out
wanted.
for.
That's what I wanted.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I
Oh,
think I
'cause
think I
you-
did my
sorry,
It
calculation
says on
wrong.
the 19th.
'Cause you-
It's the 19th.
Sorry. You said the 19th, but you said
Yeah.
2 days after, so I was like, wait,
Oh, well.
my bad. So
Yeah.
yeah, the 19th.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Okay, how many more would that be?
She'll give you some days free.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we're fucking booking basically this place. I think she's good. Plus Scars at this point has basically heard our business, which is both a good and bad thing. It means that if she will likely seek us out in the event that there's something that would matter to us, and she'll also probably, if somebody is a good person and she feels the need to like give our business away, probably a good thing that she knows. And if they aren't, she'll probably keep it hidden. I trust her because not only does she know thieves can't, but she also is well connected enough to basically keep quiet. And she seems to be a good person enough that when I talk to her about the whole like brothel business and like shit like that, she was like, cool, I don't know, but this is what I would do. So I trust her. Like, I fully trust Scars. She seems like good people.
No, I trust Scars too.
I don't trust him. Okay.
So I take it you guys are going to be going out on an adventure then tomorrow.
Looks at leader.
Yes, we will.
A bit of friendly advice. Make sure you have good illumination and, well, the proper tools if you're going to be going into mines. Don't want to take a wrong step,
Looks at Mavis.
lest you want to go to the graveyard.
We'll be careful.
Which, if people want, they can give me a nature check.
All right, here's my god. Here's my god
will.
stat nature. All right, y'all best step aside. You know,
Y'all
I'm
just shut
mi-
the fuck up and watch me work.
I'm Mr. Nature, man. I would.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
that's
just-
hey, 15 big guy.
I wish I had proficiency in this.
No, I do. I have to shit at it.
Like, that's the thing. I have survival, but I don't have nature. I wish I had nature for telling like weather and stuff.
Damn it, 8. Like, I'm too focused
20.
on something else right now.
My God! All right.
Thing, the main graveyard
What
probably
does
like...
a +7 even mean? Like really?
When everyone else
well,
just rolls better.
So, Chiro, allow me to explain what a +7 means. A
I know what a
+7 means with a 9, you're still fucking good with it, you know?
I don't know why, but the image of just Shiro just being like petty, you know, it's really funny to me.
I think the graveyard doesn't really tick off anything right now in your mind.
I'm currently thinking about project in my
Project Omega.
Yeah.
Project Jetstream.
But for Leo and Mavis, this kind of probably like eyes open a little bit more a lot. The graveyard, also known as the Lost Graveyard, is what is typically referred to what is underneath the sea.
Okay.
As any traveler worth their salt knows that there are many dangers while sailing the 5 seas. One such danger is sailing or stepping into a shadowy pit that lands you at the bottom of the sea. And not much is known about this place, other than its name, the Lost Graveyard, where all lost things end up.
Hey Groot, with my 20, what stories did Mom tell me about this?
With a 20, she knew a name that used to be called in the olden tales. The Underdog.
As Josie will in Elven say the name, like say what it would be called in Elven.
In Elfish, it is called the Shadowfell.
Okay. So, the Shadowfell. Nods.
Well, I don't intend to go to a graveyard. I'm gonna go work on this.
Did I know that it was called the Shadowfell in Elvish?
No.
Okay, so I understand that, but it's a new term.
Yes.
Different terminology from different places around the world.
Yeah, weird.
Gotta love it. I'm gonna go work on this thing I'm working on.
You see like a little shudder come from the room. Just like thinking about that, but he doesn't say anything. Just like
Looks at Hipwepo, like tries to scoot them over with their tail, like scoot. I'm trying to go.
Apleppo does a big yawn, does a stretch. So he's in front of you for like an amount of time that you're like. You're at first like I can just wait for him to move, and then it goes on like a little too long to where you're like I should have just stepped over him, and then you try and he moves out of the way.
Yeah.
you see, as Leo starts walking.
I've had cats before. I hope you all know.
I just looked down at Scala and Nico sitting down behind me.
Yeah.
I had 3 cats for most of my life. Y'all know this.
That's bullshit right there, Chill. You didn't need to do that. That was too realistic. Too real.
As Josie's like struggling with Peppo, Leo gets a little starts walking away.
And she just like walks off. Fucking cats.
I'm gonna Groot, is it possible if I could do some tinkering for the remainder of the night before we go to bed about the project yesterday?
Yes, give me one Tingle's tools.
Okay. Can I use wisdom because of the thing?
Yes.
Okay. Fucking, I'm gonna, you know what? We're going to bed. At that moment.
I get that.
Doesn't happen to me often.
Yeah, but I'm not you, Chiro. All right, this is
bitch. No.
This is embarrassing.
No. 10. Do I put 10 into the thing?
Yeah.
Total? Okay.
I was trying to find your sheet to do that. I have too many pages. That's one of the nice things about Foundry is you have different sessions for different things.
Oh my god! 82, by the way.
Okay.
It's wild. I've been drinking, yet I'm fine. I swear it's in my blood. Rum does not affect me like that. It's wild.
You're French? You're French Jamaican.
No. It's the Jamaican.
No, but you also the French too. You know that.
See, that's the thing. I've had wine, and wine fucks me up. But rum does not. It's wild.
So this might be a silly question, but is anything anyone wants to do or talk about before going to bed?
Yeah.
Nope. Josie wears her, takes her pants off, takes her boots off, has her
Oh my
underwear
God.
on, and is just like, goes to bed in like her shirt, and is like, all right, cool, goes to bed. By the time like Mavis comes back in, it's like, God damn it, Dad. I know that was you.
That was you.
Yeah,
That was
Dad, what the fuck?
Wow.
All right. So. All right.
All right,
That's
yeah.
a pretty clear signal. So, Josie, when you
Sleep.
came in the room,
Yo.
one of the swords is broken,
Sick.
and there's a towel on the floor
Okay.
that you can figure out what happened there.
Okay. Well, my heightened senses makes that frustrating. Luckily, I have a way to fix that. It's called mis there's a mysterious
Misty.
beckoning.
I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say Misty Step.
Nah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? Bam.
Alright, cool.
That. How? What?
I will create, then destroy by soaking and then destroying whatever's there. So that'll fix that.
It
Yeah,
just.
she hadn't eaten anything that day, so.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So just
So
destroy
Mavis
that.
gets in the room after you're already in bed,
I
snoring
slept.
away, and she starts saying things, and then like a minute in, she looks up, sees you're not paying attention, or that you're asleep, and just. Alright, that's a pretty clear signal of don't talk to me. So yeah, I guess that will be no talk is happening tonight. Alright. She tries, but if you're asleep, what can she do?
The sword that was that was on her bed is nowhere to be seen, and yeah.
Oh, that was on Mavis's bed?
No, there was one, and I bought two swords. The one that you had, you broke. There was a second one. That one's nowhere to be seen.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Gert, I'm gonna roll a con save. Because she does not sleep that night. I'm fine.
Look at that. Look at that nat 20.
You don't sleep the entire night?
The entire night.
I think that's an automatic. I need
Nope,
to check my
there's
rules.
a save.
No, you make a save. You make a save if you don't get
If you don't
go to sleep.
For a 24-hour period, you
Yeah.
you make a save on the 25th hour.
Yeah. And with forced march, it's every hour you travel past.
Yeah, that's why I'm just double checking my own things. Give me a second.
You got it. Trust me, I know those rules. I'm intimately aware. I'm intimately acquainted with those rules. I just use them on my party.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And the DC, I believe, goes up by 1
5.
every hour that they. Is it 5?
Yeah.
No, it's 5 for
No,
every
for
day.
forced
Yeah,
march.
Oh, for
Forced
first one.
Forced
march.
march.
It's
It's
one for
1
every hour
each.
beyond your limit.
But for not sleeping, I believe it's 5
Yep.
Yeah.
for every day.
Yep. As Mavis, you feel a little groggy, but you power through it. As you guys are in the last day of life.
Up with this.
But yeah,
It is 11.
It is 11. Would people like to stop here or go on for a bit longer? This is probably a good place to stop, but up to people.
I'd say this is a good place to stop, but I'd like to, if it's okay with everyone, I'd like to get to our departure from the city.
Oh, for the mission?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
So, Zeppy, I'm gonna ask you straight up. If
Go.
Mavis tries to finish you to talk in the morning, is that just a nope, walk out of the room?
Okay. Okay, this has happened? Alright, cool. So, Josie wakes up the next morning, throws the covers off, and, like, sits down, underwear, shirt, stretches tail, as she's still sore from yesterday. It's just like, ugh.
Mavis is awake, sitting at the little table. There's no, like, papers or anything in front of her. There's nothing at all in front of her, actually.
Woke up early?
No. Just wasn't able to sleep.
Hmm.
Wanted to make
Well.
sure I didn't miss you in the morning.
She just gets up and stretches some more. Scratches her lower back where her tail is. Starts putting her pants on. Why is that?
She takes a breath. I wanted you to be the first one to hear this. Instead of it coming up later. I wanted
And you
to
can wait.
actually tell you what.
Sits back down and starts getting her boots on. You heard me, right? You can wait. You can't suddenly build courage when someone is upset at you because you don't want them to be. She just makes sure her boots, makes sure the boots don't come off her feet unless she wants them to. Before she stands back up and looks at you nonchalantly. You build courage, so you spent your time building courage when I was gone. Then you can build it again later. I waited for you. I asked you a question yesterday, ready to give you space, but still ask you for information. Next time I ask you, I expect answers. So you can wait. I was ready to give you space yesterday. Next time I actually want answers. You want to prove to me that you still care about me? Then don't lose that courage that you built today or last night. Whenever you finally got around to being brave enough to say anything to me. Thanks to Sing, I cooled down a bit. And thanks to the ocean, I remembered home. But that doesn't mean I'm happy with you running from me, of all people. Maybe we're different people. We've grown. But that doesn't mean you're not my best friend. What you did yesterday hurt a lot. So hold that. I want you to hold on to what you did to me. Just like how you held on to what I did to you. Because I hurt you, and you didn't deserve that. And I apologized for that. And it's not going to take 6 years for me to get over this. It's going to take a little bit more than 6 hours. Or more, a little bit more than that. She just scratches her nose. So yeah. When I'm ready to talk, I'll come to you. Until then, don't forget, you've never stopped being my best friend. She's gonna reach down and pet her Puepo. Stop and just like scruff, like pet the back of their neck. Like, stop staying at the edge of my bed. I'm gonna step on your tail one of these days.
Smug cat.
She's gonna grab her rifle and her messenger bag. She's gonna walk to the door, but not step out until she hears you say something.
She stops herself. I will. And you are my best friend too.
She just looks back and gives you a smirk with her now toothy grin that's sharper than it was when you were kids, but still resembles it. Spirits, I hope so. Just don't forget it next time. She opens the door and walks out.
Mavis does not walk out. Hopopo's gonna close the door behind you. But she does come out after a good 10 minutes. Um, yeah, she walks out after a good, 10 minutes. And there are a few fresh tears, but she's, wiped her face and all that, but that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Peace
Yeah.
sign to Scars. Tells her where we're heading. So if we're not back in like, week and a half, send a search party.
Sun's walking on sunshine. I've been waiting to make that joke for like the longest time.
I know. I could feel it.
Sadly, Moon's not flying to the moon.
Okay. Let me put something over there.
Oh, we gotta get mounts or something. We gotta walk everywhere. Shit.
Subject the animal to carry me.
All right, but what if they're pulling a cart?
That's different. To carry me. I'm not pulling anything. It's different.
That's respectful.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We go on our way.
One traveling montage later. Hey guys, where are we going?
Montage.
just sort of woke up and we were just walking to a place.
I would let Leo in on the
I know. But I just
I
like
don't
the image.
trust you.
We will have a after credit scene. Oh my goodness, it's
goodness.
been a little bit.
It shows Sun gambling.
Jiggy.
As in an unknown place in an unknown region, there are several, to put it plainly, slaves. Their clothes are ragged. They all have a ring on a finger that is either red, dark red to black, as they are all kind of being hoarded, as it seems like almost through a dark hallway, as one of them kind of breaks out in a run. A person who kind of just towards the back of the group laughs, as with almost inhuman speed jumps out, and with a large two-handed mace/bat strikes them before they could get away. Man, I told you guys, just keep walking and things will eventually get better for you. Well, eventually. Yeah, come on, no more foolishness. I get paid by the person. And besides, bosses are unhappy that the latest shipment is late. Makes more work for me, but more work for you guys too. You should be happy. Oh, no, I saw that look. No, trying to be hopeful that someone might save you. You're in it for the long haul, bucko. As a kind of touch reveals a little bit more about them, you see this lovely gentleman.
Oh. I don't
Yeah,
like
he
him.
ain't. Yeah, he ain't shit. I can take. I can.
I'm gonna enjoy
I was
this.
muted. You, no one knows. Oh. Man. Oh.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Two divine smites. And he's fucking.
God.
I feel
Yo,
like everyone here has a reason to hate this person other than me.
No.
Yeah, what they
Whether it's
just
because
did.
of the face claim or what they just did. Alright.
I know where this guy. I know where this guy comes from. And if there's anything like that, we're in trouble. Well, it was an honor. We got this, but like, one of us is getting fucked up.
No,
I'm gonna
God,
enjoy
Chiro,
this.
watch out!
Yeah, that's where my brain went too.
Wait, why Shiro? Sing. What are you
Gonna be
talking about?
me.
Sing.
Because it's
That'll be
always
Sing.
me, Sebi. What do you
No,
mean?
it isn't. No, last boss fight, it was
That was me.
Sing.
It was me. I'm gonna have to fight this guy. I know I am.
You have bad rolls. He's the one that gets
No.
fucked up.
Sebi, did you not remember everything before that boss fight?
Yeah, I got shot.
look,
Shot a lot.
it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
What do
fine.
you mean?
It's gonna be
Leo's got
fine.
this.
Alright, so 5th level, assumedly 5th level. Alright, cool.
Hopefully,
Oh man, he definitely on 5th level.
oh god. Oh god. I'm having anxiety. Not this guy.
Hey, it could be worse.
It could be a lot worse.
I could have done the old guy.
If you did him, I would actually probably go, alright, Gert, fuck you. I quit. I'm done.
Alright. There we go. That's my damage roll against him at the level if I have sneak attack and
Why are you rolling that now?
Yeah, what about the actual 2 hit?
oh well, I mean, let's see. That'd be also a +1 on this to hit. 22. Alright, cool.
Oh, it's not gonna matter. I'm just worried, man. Hold on, I'm looking for something.
But yeah, I had to
That was
get going
actually-
because I was the phone that I had to pick up my mom now. So,
Oh.
gotta
Alright.
scram.
Wait, I'm looking for something before you go.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Hope you guys
Wait,
Thank you for the
enjoy.
game.
Wait,
I'll
wait.
just remove this from my sheet before I forget. I don't have this yet.
There it is. Nothing to warrant us getting any level, but just having that there.
Oh yeah, I also forgot. Everyone take an inspiration for today.
Oh, I was about to say,
Oh
oh my
my
god!
God.
Real, I didn't do anything.
Let's fucking go.
I did fucking nothing today.
You had fun?
I was hyping myself up all session for like a big talk, and then it was just like, nah. And I was like,
Yeah, man.
okay, alright.
Debbie
Yeah, man.
really likes to play with people's expectations.
Hey, Chiro, remember what you sent me earlier today? I was just playing with my food.